Our next exercise deals with the times interest earned ratio. This is a ratio that the banks look at quite a bit to see how likely you are to able to make your interest payment on your loan. So let's see what this looks like. It's a little introduction before I get to the actual exercise. Times interest earned will be the formula of income before interest and income taxes divided by interest expense. Here's a little example. Here's a typical income statement. We have revenues, and I just plug these numbers in just to make them have some concrete, a little more concrete way to look at it. We have revenues minus cost of goods sold equals gross margin minus operating expenses equals net income before interest and taxes, which is $15,000. Now, if you subtract off interest expense of $5,000, you get, and taxes, income taxes of $3,000, you get net income of $7,000. And you might even say this is net income after interest and taxes. So this problem, if we're trying to find the times interest earned ratio, we want income before interest and income taxes, which is this number right here, this 15,000, and we're going to divide that by the interest expense, which was this $5,000, and in this case the times interest earned ratio is 3. Now the bank likes this number to be as high as possible because that way they're taking as little risk as possible on this loan. And now that you see how this works, let's go on into our problem here. Actually, this isn't a problem. We can do this one pretty quickly also. Times interest earned, income before interest and income taxes. A company had a fixed interest expense of $8,500. Its income before interest expense and any income taxes is $20,000, and its net income is $8,600. The times interest earned ratio would be, well, it would be the income before interest and taxes, which would be $20,000 divided by the $8,500 interest expense, or 2.35 times. So now let's go on to the problem that deals with the interest for your homework. Here we have computing and interpreting times interest earned, and the information for separate companies A through F, these are all different companies, A, B, C, D, E, and F, is given below. And here we have their net income in this column. In this case they had a loss, their interest expense in this column, and their income taxes in this column, which you can see had a 0 because they didn't pay, they had 0, they had a net loss. So what they want you to do is compute compute this times interest earned ratio, which again we said was net income before interest and taxes divided by interest expense. So part A, we'd have 162,000, and we're going to add back the interest because we assume that's after taxes, income taxes, and after interest expense. So we're going to take this number 162 and we're going to add back the interest expense and add back the income taxes, add this all together and divide it by the interest expense to come up with the times interest earned ratio, which is in this case 3.45 times. Do the same thing for B, 6.23, C, which is 30 times, which is really high for C. For D, well, I won't go through the calculation anymore. You can see how that calculation works. For D, it's going to be 4.46 times. For E, it's going to be 8.26 times. And for F, since we have a loss there, it's going to be 0.19 times. Now, which company is doing the best job? Well, the one that the bank likes the best is the one with the highest one, which is this C.